average, cumulative exam record, you will turn on the cumulative average. It will then divide the scores into three. Since we are not processing a cumulative exam record, we'll leave this button on. Now this page, these three pages, or these three functions, show lowest and highest average, show lowest and highest in class. If you want these things to show on your exam record, you leave them on. If you do not want them to show, you turn them all off. Then for this calculate position sequentially, if you want, let me read out what it says. It calculates position sequentially, e.g. first, second, instead of first, third. What this means is that if you have three students in your class that came first, the fourth student would come second if you leave this button on. If you turn off this button, it means that if the first three students come first, the fourth person, right, would be coming fourth. You understand? Let me take it again. Let me assume I have 10 students. Out of these 10 students, I have 3 students that came first in this class. They got the same scores, everything, so they came first. Now, the fourth person, right, by default would then come second. But if I do not want it to be like this on this exam record, that is, I want the fourth person, right, to come fourth. That is, after the 3 students that came first, the person following behind will then come fourth. Instead of coming second, you turn off this button. Once you turn off this button, it will appear like that on the result sheet. So this basically is how to process or create an exam record. So as if I do not want to change all these things, I just tap create exam record, and then it says any exam record will be created with the settings provided. You tap create record. It says new exam record created successfully. I then tap OK. And then the next thing you see the exam record I've created here. The next thing for me to do as a staff is to tap this exam record that I have created, and then I see options, add and edit exam scores, generate report card, trace custom and student settings, add and remove students, archive record, publish record, exam settings, unlock and lock exam settings. So the first thing I'm supposed to do as a staff is to tap add and edit exam scores. Now, when I tap this, it brings out the list of subjects that have been selected on my portal. If I am a subject teacher, I'm just expected to add scores to my own subject. So let me just use no, let me use a more reasonable subject. This is basic one, so they do not offer biology. So I'm going to use computer science. Now, this is Karim Celestina. I then add score for the students. Remember, our first year is 20. So if the student gets 20, you enter 20. If the student gets less than 20, you enter the score the student gets. But the student got rather, if you cannot add a score that is higher than the maximum obtainable score of 20. That is to say that if I now want to, maybe I want to add score, I'm not going to add 30 here. It will already tell me maximum score of 20 exceeded. So I would have to go back and then I'll enter this. And then this one is 60, so I can decide to give the students 59. This is how to add score. And please note that as you're adding the score, there's an option for you to save scores. Now in this option, this is a prompt. It says also publish the scores to report card, mark as ready. This means that when I tap this and save and publish, this score would be saved and this subject will be indicated as a subject that scores have been added for, right? Now when I go back to generate reports, let me try generating report for this student that I added score for. So now the student I added score for is Celestina Karim. Please note that if you add score and you want to generate, the first thing you're supposed to do is to recalculate scores, right? So any changes you make on the portal, any changes you make on the exam record precisely, always make sure you recalculate your score so it will appear, it will show on the result sheet. So now I'm generating result for Celestina Karim. So as you can see on this result sheet, it is showing computer science, right? Remember, we added scores for computer science and we marked it as ready. So this basically is how to process results for students. This is how to create an exam record and how to add scores and how to generate the results as a staff. Thank you.